What is up, everybody? It's Mr. Everything here, and welcome back to another video. Uh, and today in this video, we're gonna be discussing the top 10 most dangerous countries in the world. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and keep those post notifications up so that you can receive every time I upload a video. So let's get into the video. Now, number 10 is going to be Russia. Now, despite being the biggest country in the world, probably, Russia has been known for a lot of terrorist attacks. A lot of terrorism has been happening over there just for the past few years. And a lot of terrorist groups, terrorist people have attacked Russia a lot over the past few years. And not to mention that, like, Russia is number 4 in the coronavirus shots right now. So, it's not really good to go to Russia right now because it's number 4 on coronavirus. So yeah. Also, Russia, just like the United States, is not really good because it's home to drug trafficking, arms trafficking, human trafficking, and also money laundering. So yeah, Russia, in my opinion, and in other people's opinions probably, Russia is no different to the United States in my opinion. So yeah, Russia is basically the same government. Well, not the same government, but what am I talking about? But yeah. Uh, Number 9, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Now, despite being amazing in wildlife, by the way, because there's a lot of jungles, wildlife, you know, gorillas, stuff like that, jungle wildlife, the usual African jungle wildlife. Uh, it's very high in armed robbery and armed home invasion, and also assault on the streets, and yeah, it's not really good, and yeah. Some political demonstrations can be very unpredictable and very violent, and not to mention the poverty rate, sadly. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, Democratic Republic of the Congo is a very poor country, very poor country. I mean, a lot of kids over there are starving right now. So yeah, um, that's why you have to be grateful for any of you living in the United States because it's nothing compared to what other countries are going through right now. So yeah. And yeah, according to Dan Snow, uh, the historian, the Democratic Republic of the Congo was one of the richest countries in the world, but colonism, slavery, and corruption have turned it into one of the poorest countries in the world. Yeah, ranks number 9 on this list. So yeah, sadly. Number 8 is Libya. Libya is very known for violent fighting, and making matters worse, the country does not have a good security system, by the way. There are high threats of terrorist attacks on Libya. A lot of terrorism over there. A lot of terrorist attacks have gone in Libya. And there was also like I heard that back in like 5th grade. I heard that like there's been like slavery in Libya, but apparently they say it was an over exaggeration. So yeah, but I don't really know about that. Libya, as well as pretty much every country, is also home to crimes like human trafficking and arms trafficking and drug trafficking. So yeah, Libya is pretty high in that, and yeah. Number 7, the Central African Republic. The Central African Republic is very known, is very high in homicides, aggravated battery, and homicide. Uh, is also very known, like bunch of homicides, home invasions, human trafficking, very high in a lot of those. Uh, and it's very quite scary because the countries they don't really have that much security in Africa right now. There's not really like in Africa, like if you go to places like that, like there's not really that much like police system, or like there's not really enough police to like. It's not like here in the United States where you just call the police and they arrive into your house in like 5 minutes. No, it's way uh, the security system and like the law enforcement over there is very like poor, and like they don't really have enough money in countries like that. So that's why it's like very tough when you're like in a situation where there's like a lot of crime and there's barely any law enforcement. So you either like you either fight back or you either flee. So yeah, and it's not really a really good situation, especially in war, the civil war. Basically, it's basically in that situation. It's basically total anarchy. So yeah, not a really good place to live in. So yeah, number 6, Somalia. Somalia is known for terrorism like Al Qaeda and Al Shabaab, which are known for kidnapping, suicide bombings, and many other crimes. Many Western nations. Oh yeah, by the way, many Western nations advise people not to go to visit this country because the country has a lot of terrorist activity, and anyone who goes there is most likely to get kidnapped or raped or beaten or whatever. So yeah, it's not really a good sight. There's been a lot of um, homicides and suicides and stuff like that in countries like that. So yeah. Number 5, Yemen. Yemen. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I never knew this country. Yemen is a country located right below Saudi Arabia. The country has been in a civil war since 2015. Yemen has the largest humanitarian crisis, according to the UN, where 4 year of ongoing conflicts has resulted in 4.3 million on risk of starvation and outbreak of deadly diseases. About 80% of the population is in desperate need of humanitarian. So yeah, it's not really good. There's a lot of starvation in Yemen. There's also a big civil war going on there right now, so making matters even worse. Uh, and yeah, the usual war stuff is pretty dangerous. A lot of Western nations advise people not to go to these countries, by the way, because they could actually be in conflict with the United States as well. So yeah, and a lot of terrorist groups. So yeah. Number 4, South Sudan. So if you guys don't know about South Sudan, they actually had a civil war in 1985, which is pretty bad. And it actually divided what was once Sudan as a whole, and it divided from Sudan to South Sudan. So yeah, South Sudan has the ongoing violent crime of robberies, assaults, carjacking, and kidnappings. There has been an ongoing conflict with the government troops and opposition groups. There is little to no rule of law or order outside its capital of Juba. Additionally, South Sudan is at a higher risk of climate disaster as well, so it's not really good for people to go there due to climate disaster. So yeah, it's not really good. Number 3, Iraq. Iraq has been a lot of internal and external conflicts with many terrorist attacks going around here and there, and is continuing to kill civilians and Iraqi armed force of officers. The picture looks quite scary, like Somalia, though many Western countries like the US really recommend citizens not to visit Iraq. Iraq has violated a lot of rights like freedom of assembly, women's rights, or the reason US citizens visiting Iraq are at a high risk of violence, kidnapping, and are a target of anti-US sectarian militias throughout Iraq. So basically, a lot of Western countries do not want people to go to Iraq because of the violations of human rights and like women's rights and stuff like that. So yeah, Iraq is not really a good place to go right now. And also, making matters worse, they do not like U.S. citizens at all in Iraq. So yeah, not really good. Yeah. So number 2, Syria is the second most probably dangerous country in the world. Syria currently is in its civil war right now. It has been the second deadliest war of the 21st century. An estimated 470,000 people, including 550,000 children have been killed in the Syrian conflict. They have been using a lot of small arms, tanks, chemical weapons, artillery, and aircraft. Over 5.7 million have fled Syria, and 6 million have been displaced. So yeah, Syria is currently going through their civil war right now, and it's pretty sad, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, very sad that Syria is still, facing with the war right now. Hopefully it'll end soon, though. Hopefully. And before we get into number one, I would please want you to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below what you think number one is going to be. Although it's probably very obvious, and you probably are going to get it right. So number one, Afghanistan. Afghanistan is probably the most dangerous country in the whole wide world. So yeah. And the main reason for that is basically the kidnappings that goes on. As you know, the U.S. has been in conflict with Afghanistan in a lot of things. And yeah, ever since 9/11 happened. And yeah, so Afghanistan has been basically a big country. Well, not a big country, but a country with a lot of conflict, with a lot of terrorism, with a lot of stuff like that. ISIS, Al Qaeda, whatever it was. Um, a lot of, especially the Taliban going on over there. So yeah, yeah. A lot of children have died, kidnappings, murders, homicides, suicides, bombings, a bunch of deadly things that go on in Afghanistan every single day. That's the thing that's scary for the most part, and that people don't understand is of these countries that, like, the amount of crime that happens every day. It's pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie, and it's not something that should be joked around. So yeah, but yeah, that leaves it for our video today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Um, so basically, the moral of this video is to basically be grateful for what you have, because a lot of countries like this are not really doing so good right now. But yeah, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. If you dislike the video, please dislike it and tell me how I can improve, because I always want to improve my content every single day for you guys. By the way, make sure to also go and follow my social media. Links will be in the description down below, and I'll put them right here. Yeah. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.